I'm here with Alan and Gaye. They've built not one but 3 houses with Devrite Homes of Distinction. In particular, this one, their forever home. As people that have built before with another builder, how did you come to choose Devrite?
It was quite some time since we actually previously built a house. Our last one was one that we actually purchased. We were introduced to Devrite by some close friends of ours who had previously built with yourselves. And we went and had a look at their house and we were really impressed with what we saw. We connected with yourselves and found that you were a company that we really wanted to deal with. We looked at your product, the excellence of your build, the quality of your workmanship, and more importantly, our ability to be able to liaise directly with yourselves in that process. And we made the decision to build and have not regretted it.
Thank you, Alan. Can you tell me a bit about your forever home and what it means to you?
This is our pride and joy, this home. At the time we went to build it, both Gaye and I were facing retirement, and we decided, based on family experience with our parents, we really didn't want to go into a retirement village. So we wanted to build a house that we could stay in as long as possible. And so we put some things in it around just having wide passageways, wide doorways. But I think the great part about it was that we were able to work with yourselves and your architect and really draw on your experience to help us build the house that fitted our needs for both our present time and, more importantly, for our future, and to be quite pragmatic about it. Have a combination of both that suits our immediate needs, but also long-term, where our son will probably move back in here with his family.
Oh, thanks. And how's it suited your needs, Gaye?
It's been really great for me, Jay, because my aim was to have a bathroom that I could grow old gracefully in, with my lovely chair in my shower, my rails, and everything that suits as you get older that you need for safety for falling.
Oh, that's fantastic. You hear lots of stories about bad building journeys. How was your building journey?
Look, from both our perspective, our building journey with yourselves was excellent. I won't say it wasn't a little bit traumatic at times, but that was mainly because, it's a major investment that you make. And, I used to lose sleep over the fact is, have we made the right decision? Is the design right? All those sorts of things came into play. But at the end of the day, I was really relaxed because we had worked with you to design the home. And we had Ron available who was on site at all times. So there was never an opportunity where we couldn't contact you and say, hey, what's happening here? Can we make some changes here? So it was a really good experience for us.
And what advice would you give to somebody that's thinking about building?
The first one is have a budget and try and stick to it. But the second thing I would say to people is do not underestimate the amount of planning you should pre-put into it. Really go around to display homes, have a look at the display homes, have a look at how things are laid out and how functional they are, and then come back and sit down with your builder like Devrite and work through those and draw on your years of experience to say, okay, this is what we're looking at, how do we fine tune it to suit our needs? And I think I often find some building companies are like cruise ships, to be honest. Great entry price, but every time you take a breath, you have to pay extras. And I think at the end of the day, if you would seriously sit down and look at that process, you'll probably find the differential is very small. But by going with a company like Devrite, what we found is we were able to work through all of that up front, and it made it really easier for us to move forward and stick within our budget.
Thank you, Gaye and Alan. And sorry?
And I think the thing that was really beneficial for us was, as we were building, we could still go ahead and, pardon me, be able to, if we had a question regarding reed taps that we had ordered, Devrite hadn't come up to that case yet where they had to do the plumbing. They were so kind to let us think, well, no, if you're not happy with those taps, maybe just have another look at something else, because we are still able to change it at this point of time. You won't get that from just a normal other builders.
Thank you, Gaye. Thank you, Gaye and Alan. From Devrite's point of view, we loved building your forever house, and we think you should build another one.
And we did 2 more.
Thank you very
Right.
much.